Hey guys, it's Stephen from Motherboard here, and welcome to the Far Cry Primal build summary. I really hope you guys enjoy. My inspiration behind this build comes from my love for the Far Cry series. I've really enjoyed the games to date, and I'm very excited to see what Ubisoft have in store for Primal. This build was quite challenging, as I had to find the happy medium between technology and Primal. I also tried to do this using quite a few materials and techniques that were new to me, and overall this resulted in some great unique details. Normally, the Thermaltake Cube X9's motherboard is actually laying flat, so the first model I did was to change the position to actually upright. So I did this by making it a new back panel first, to accommodate for the new positions of both motherboard, power supply and the graphics card. I also made a motherboard support panel and new mounting points as well. During this, I also changed the position of the power supply and actually mounted it on its side to avoid any dead space as much as possible. Now, even though I'm not much of an artist, I still wanted to include some great external case art to really tie this build together. So I got some Humbrol weathering powders, which are primarily used in hobbies such as trains and model cards, and used them to really get the textures and techniques right for the external case art. With this technique being new to me, I made a few mistakes, but overall I'm very happy with the result that came of it. The side panel, the Rise Above Extinction panel, was the first panel I did, and you notice in the actual time lapse I did actually make a few errors that I did correct. Next up was the Ubisoft Panel. Taking all the lessons I learnt from the Rise Above Extinction panel, I applied them and it was definitely a lot quicker and easier. All of the external panels have their own reference to Ubisoft's Far Cry Primal video, whether it be the wording or the cave art. I used the back panel to actually tie together both the inside and outside of the build. Another mod that I'm very happy with was the armour of the Asus Sabertooth Mark I Z170 motherboard. I removed the motherboard's armour and applied the paints and textures similar to how I did with the external case art. For the Kingston SSDs, I actually vinyl wrapped them and then applied my art to the external of the wrap. Once I had a few main components installed, I actually got some Woodland Scenic shaper sheet and used this to actually shape the walls of the cave on the inside. Prior to setting the cave walls in plaster, I actually did two separate water loops, one for the CPU and the other one for the two graphics cards. One thing that really caught my eye in the Far Cry Primal videos was the Sabertooth skull with a stone dagger going straight through the top of it. I tried to recreate this as best as possible, and overall I'm very happy with the result. Once again, I've used some of Mod Guru's cable extensions. These cable extensions look absolutely great and match the build perfectly. For me, this build has been a great challenge. I've learned a huge amount, especially when it comes to painting and textures. I hope you guys enjoy all the different pictures, and I hope you really take note of all the little details that I put into this build. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Make sure you come over and check out my Facebook page. We're doing a giveaway for a couple of copies of Far Cry Primal, as well as some Far Cry Primal t-shirts leading up to the release with Ubisoft. Anyway, that's all for me guys. Until next time, happy modding.